Ah, America, the land of the pickup truck. There's not many options when it comes to electric and battery pickup trucks, but there are two as of September 2022. One is by a brand new startup, Rivian, and their first electric vehicle, the R1T, their electric truck. And the second is by legacy automaker Ford for their second EV to market and their most popular pickup truck, the Ford F150 Lightning. Today, we're gonna look at both of them, compare and contrast and figure out which is the right electric pickup truck for you. Let's take a look. Now, when it comes to battery, the Ford F150 Lightning comes in pretty simple. You can either go with the standard range, which gives you 230-mile range, or you can opt for the extended range, which is an extra $10,000, but will give you 320 miles of range for the full charge. Now, when it comes to range and the Rivian, you get three options. You get a standard pack option, which gives you 230-mile range. You get a large pack version, which promises 314-mile range. And then you get a max pack option, which promises 400+ mile range and is promised sometime soon. Now, right now, just the standard range is available only in a dual motor configuration, but the other battery options you can get in dual motor or quad motor. So the option's yours. Now, the Ford F-150 Lightning comes in at a length of 232.7 inches, a width of about 80 inches, and a height of 78.3 inches. It weighs in at just over 6,800 pounds and goes 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. Now, in comparison, the Rivian comes in at a length of 217.1 inches, a width of 79.3 inches, a height of 73 inches, and a weight of just at 7,000 pounds. Now that puts the Ford as being longer, wider, and taller than the Rivian, but the Rivian coming in weighing a little bit more. Now with 0 to 60 in comparison, the Rivian does outbeat the Ford at a 0 to 60 time of 3.3 seconds. Now, when it comes to powertrain, the Rivian is a beast with quad motors, giving a total power of 835 horsepower and 908 torque. Now, in comparison, the F-150 Lightning is a dual motor, so it only has a total power of 508 horsepower and 775 torque. A lot less when compared to the Rivian. Okay, now with the Ford F-150 Lightning, when it comes to towing, there are two options. The standard range can get you 7,700 pounds of towing capacity. If you upgrade to the extended range, which is this specific model here, you can tow up to 10,000 pounds. So quite a lot and satisfies for most people. Now, when it comes to the Rivian, as of recording this video, only the quad motor is available, but the quad motor is capable of towing 11,000 pounds, so outbeating the F-150 Lightning and making it even better option for those of you looking to tow a lot more. Now, when it comes to the bed of the Rivian, it's only 4 feet inside. Of course, you can drop the tailgate and extend that, but just inside, it's only 4 feet, so not a whole lot of room, and that's why it's more of a compact truck. Now, while the inside of the bed may only be 4 feet, when you drop the tailgate, it extends to 7 feet, and that's because of this cool, unique way that they have the tailgate hinged to the back of the bumper. This gooseneck hinge allows for extra length, giving a grand total of 7 feet in your bed. It's quite creative, and no other truck has that. Now, with the Ford F-150 Lightning, their bed is a lot bigger than what Rivian has, the inside measuring at about 5.5 feet long, so much more space to work with the Lightning. Now, with the Ford F-150 Lightning, the standard configuration actually comes with a 12-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Ford's latest Sync 4 software. But with the Lariat and Platinum models, they come with a 15-inch display, which is what you'll see here. Comes with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, in-dash navigation, a Wi-Fi hotspot. Those are all standard. They're also leveraging a partnership with Bang & Olufsen to deliver 2 different optional premium stereo systems, so it's a really nice setup. Now, when it comes to the F-150 Lightning Platinum Edition, there is nothing short of cheap. You've got leather seats, leather steering, you've got ventilated and heated seats, you've got the 15-inch touchscreen, you've got more storage than you will even know what to deal with. You've got center storage that's giant enormous. You've got storage up front that has USB-A, USB-C, wireless charging. You've got not one glove box, but you've got 2 glove boxes. You've also got 120 volt outlet right up front to plug in your laptop and use it there. Let's jump around back and see what it's like for your passengers. Now, when it comes to your passengers, they're gonna be sitting like kings back here. It's really comfortable and super spacious. Not only that, you've got your cup holders here. You've got a rear window that allows access to the tailgate. You've got USB-A, USB-C, a 120 volt outlet. You've got heated seats. You've got it all back here. So it's gonna be a comfortable ride, not only for the driver, but all of their passengers as well. Now, when it comes to the Rivian R1T, they're taking a different approach to the interior, something that's more sleeker and more modern. Their main screen, unlike the Ford, which is in portrait mode, is actually in landscape mode. It's the same size, a 15-inch screen, but they've also included a Bluetooth speaker, which can be found down here. There's storage in the center console, but there's also storage underneath every single one of the seats. All the seats, the front seats are heated and cooled, and the rear seats heated only. It does come with a panoramic sunroof as well, and let's take a look at what it's like for our passengers in the back. Now, for the Rivian R1T passengers, they're not going to be as roomy as it was in the Lightning, you can see back here, but they get access to quite a few amenities. One of them being USB-C ports. You got them on behind both headrests. You've got them down here on their personal center console display. Now, this center console display does control HVAC, but it is only a dual climate zone. So whatever your passengers up front have, that's what you're gonna get in back. Now, underneath that, you're gonna find a 120 volt outlet. So if you need to power your devices, you can. You also have a nice armrest here, which has cup holders, some storage, and access to the gear tunnel. So you can access whatever it is that you need that needs the space for it. Now, features and specs are one thing, but what are the additional features that these manufacturers give you? Well, let's talk about what Rivian has. These are these fun features, starting with right here in the door, a flashlight. Rivian gives you a flashlight. It's handy and it's cool, and it's right here in the door, and it charges itself right there. Neat little feature. Let's see what else they give you. Another 2 cool features that can be found in the trunk. Number 1 is this tire inflator. Rivian actually gives you the hose, comes with it, and allows you to inflate your tires or your inflatables or whatever things that you need that require air. And just below that, you'll find the gear guard, which is a handy tool that allows you to place lock around things inside your bed, and the cameras will keep watch on it and alert you if anyone tries to mess with your stuff. Handy, cool features provided by Rivian. Now, who can forget Rivian's claim to fame, their gear tunnel? A tunnel that goes through the width of the vehicle. Now, it's got storage right into the door. The door can carry a lot of weight, and in here, you can store whatever long things that you need to store. There's plenty of space since it goes through the entire width of the car. That's the gear tunnel. Pretty cool. Now, what I love about what Rivian and a lot of these guys are doing is no lack of storage. Look at this. They've even got storage underneath the rear seat benches, which is handy and cool, as you can never have too much storage for all your stuff. It's a lot of stuff there, Tim. One thing I like that Rivian did was include a spare tire, and it's conveniently located right here in the truck bed. You can just lift this all the way open. It gives you full, easy access to the tire in case you need to change it. Now, if you don't have a tire in there, you can leverage it for drinks, for a party, and tailgating. And then you can just drain the ice and water right at the bottom there. Really cool and handy feature. Now, just like Rivian, Ford has also included some really fun features and quirks and things like that that I want to show you, starting with the way that you get into the tailgate. It's actually really handy, and you wouldn't think that you would need it until you actually use it, but it makes it super easy, this nice little built-in step to get into your front bed. Now, from there, we go into the outlets. We talked about Rivian having 120 volt outlets, and Ford has that as well. They, in fact, have way more. Rivian only has 4 120 volt outlets, and Ford has 10. They have an 11th plug, and this is where it comes in really cool. They actually have a 240 volt outlet right here in the truck bed. This allows you to power all of your tools and whatnot, but not only that, you can also power your friends' EVs. really handy. Now, when speaking about power, not only does it stop at the 240 volt, this is where Ford really kicked it into gear and made a thing called V2H, vehicle to home. These vehicles, accompanied with another special device that you install at home, will allow your vehicle to power your home in the case of an outage. Really handy feature that cannot be found on any other EV on the market. Very cool feature, Ford. All right, the other cool thing is that unlike the Rivian, the Ford tailgate is electric. That's really handy. For a $90,000 vehicle, that's what I want. Good work, Ford. Okay, now similar to Rivian, Ford has also leveraged the rear seats, but what's cool here is that they can be absolutely flat so that you can actually put stuff underneath, but if you want stuff to not move around, you can actually lift this up and lock it. So now you've got actually a compartment that lives underneath your seat so that when you drop it, your things are secured and won't move around. Pretty slick. The other really cool feature that I like that Ford did was it thought about its users, people that are working and like to work from their vehicle. So they made a retractable gear shift and a table so you can put your stuff down and get to work. It's really handy, and I could totally see myself using this and working right out of my truck, along with the hotspot that's available in the car. Come on, Ford. This was a cool feature. So now the question is which is the right truck for you? Is it the Ford F150 Lightning or the Rivian R1T? If you're the camping type, the adventure type, the type that likes to go off-roading, the Rivian R1T is gonna be probably your best option. But if you're the type that uses your truck for work, then the Ford F150 is going to be your best option. I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave them down in the comments down below. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button. And I'll catch you guys next time.